Welcome to Rom Wills Money Matters. Own your creative works and products. Own them. Own them. The key word is own them. Because, we always hear stories about famous artists, singers primarily, who they don't own their own songs. They don't own their own songs. They don't own the masters. It's a big deal when they own their masters. And that's because a lot of creative people have a bad tendency to, they want to work for like the publisher, and they take some deal and they feel like, yeah, I got all this money. But then that other group owns it. Like, I tell you, let me share my own personal story. Everybody knows about my book, Nice Guys and Players, and I have several more. I never forget when I first came out with Nice Guys and Players, I was doing like a writer's circuit. I was doing a writer's circuit, just different expos, writing conferences and stuff like that. And I will never forget, I was talking with this young lady and I mentioned that I'm not looking for a mainstream publisher or a big publisher to buy my book. And she gave me a look like I was crazy. Only thing is, I still have control of my book 20 years later, and I haven't seen any indication that she even has anything on the market. And indeed, a lot of those writers from that period, I haven't seen any indication of what they're doing. Thing is, I still own it. And like I know another gentleman, he actually spoke with a famous poet, and she told him, yeah, keep your books, don't sell it to a big publisher, because that publisher's grandchildren will make money and you won't. And that's the important thing, because people, sometimes people want to get that quick money. But I thought, oh no, I want to own this, because even if somebody came to me and said, look, we'll buy the rights to your book for $10 million. And somebody say, $10 million, you wouldn't take that, Ron? And it would be tempting. Trust me. Shoot, if somebody, that would be tough to turn down. $10 million? Even after tax, you still a millionaire, right? And I was like, man, shoot, you be set for life as long as you know how to, invest your money and everything, set it up. I mean, you good to go. But if somebody came to me like that, I was like, oh, you offering $10 million? Okay. I'll keep the book. But we can give you all this money. No, I'll keep the book. And this is why I would think like that. Even to this day, I would think like that. I was like, well, hold up. If they offering $10 million, that means they thinking they can make $50 million. Now, if they can make $50 million, that means I can make $50 million. And especially, and I was thinking this back then. This is before, social media got big and everything. Because my logic is, if somebody else think they can make a lot of money, you can too. Because what I would do, say a company offered me a big amount of money to buy my book. I would look at them and I'll say, well, the most I give you is a reprint rights. And trust me, it'll be an ironclad legal thing where I still control the rights. But say they wanted it outright. So I would start looking at the company itself. I say, wait a minute, let me see what kind of connections they got. Because people don't buy stuff unless they think they can make money off of it. But see, I would take control and keep it going. And like I said, to this day, it still sells. I'm still making money. I'm still living off of that money. I'm still living off that money because I kept control over it. And I can still take it in another direction. I don't have to go through anybody. That's what ownership is. And, I say creative works in the title, but you also need to think about any products that you have. Think about it. And it might be tough, but I'm going to tell you what, though. With the way everything is set up with social media, if you have some type of creative work, you can become a millionaire just setting up a site and just letting people, charge people to download the song. Think about it. You can license it out. I actually, if y'all look at some of my videos on my main channel, all the music on there, I had to pay for the license. Basically, with the online now, with the internet now, you don't have to go through somebody. You can become a millionaire without going through another company. Think about it. That's why, like, one of the things is actually better to own it. Now, back in the day, it would have been tougher. People pretty much had to sell stuff, but with the technology now, you can advertise it, everything, and you don't have to go through anybody else, which is a smart thing to do. And indeed, if you look at, say, the publishing industry, the overwhelming majority of writers are self-published. Let me say it again, are self-published. You know, yeah, you still got the big boys and everything, but they don't have the sway that they once did. That's important. And then, like I said, we're also talking about products. If you create a product, and I've dealt with many people, because I'll go to expos and buy stuff. People creating their own products, they can market it themselves. And I'm gonna get into like selling products in my next episode. But the thing is, you want to keep ownership. You want to make it so that your children and their children can live off of your work, not someone else's, not somebody else. There's been a lot of artists. There's been a lot of people who've actually created different products, different inventions, and some other corporation is living off of it. Some other people who had nothing to do with the creation of the product is living off of it. Meanwhile, the children are broke or trying to find their way. See, you got to think ownership. Anything you create, just think ownership. Don't think quick money. Don't think quick money. Like the example I gave, if somebody offered me $10 million, I'm thinking, that means y'all think I can make money. Trust me, I would study that business. I would look at everything. I was like, hey, where they advertise? What else they own? Okay, what avenues they use? Boom. And like I said, with social media now, when you're talking about like something like IG, which they allow you to sell products, like I said, I'm gonna get into that in the next one. Something like TikTok, YouTube. I can do infomercials on YouTube if I had a specific product to sell. In fact, I would just advertise it on my regular videos. I would create a video ad. I would even pay money for some professional actors if need be, and then advertise it. And that's all I had to do. YouTube allows for paid advertisements. I would advertise my own stuff and reach an audience. And the beauty of it is, people will watch videos you did 3 years ago. As long as it stays there, boom. Point them all to a website, which I'm going to get into in the next episode. Boom. Money, money, money. In fact, even with the books I have now, really, I could sell them directly more than I do. But then I would actually need to hire somebody just to pack up orders and stuff. And there's one of my books I sell directly, but I could do all of them if I wanted to. And, ping! I might do that. I always keep that in mind. But anyway, own your work. Own it. Don't sell it. And, only justification I would say for selling it is if you just want to get out the business, or there's a serious family thing where you need money that badly, that quickly. But except for, first of all, if you create something, you should just hold on to it anyway. Never get out the business. And then if it's a serious family thing, maybe. And that's still a maybe. But you own it. You're talking a steady stream of income for life. Think about it. For life. You just got to know how to market it. And then just teach your children how to market it. Shoot, they can live off of it too. In fact, with the technology, the way it changes, they might figure out better ways to get the product out there or even add to it. All right, so own it. Own your creative works and products. All right, so that's all I have for today, y'all. Y'all know the deal. Let's go make that money.